What's going on, guys? It's Brendan from NYFlyZone, and it is officially draft week. Draft is this Thursday, and I cannot be any more excited about it. It's just in a couple days, so I wanted to give you my top 10 of where everyone's going to go. My first mock draft. So let's start with the Chicago Bears, the obvious. Caleb Williams, the consensus. What else is there more to say? The Bears get their quarterback. Let's move on. Number 2, Washington Commanders. I have them taking Jaden Daniels. We all know that the Washington Commanders need to upgrade at the quarterback position, and what better way is it to do so than take Jaden Daniels? At pick number 3, I have the New England Patriots trading back with the Minnesota Vikings, and the Minnesota Vikings trading up to pick number 3 to acquire quarterback Drake May. Now, I think quarterback Drake May makes a lot of sense here. Big body quarterback with the big arm that will complement the receivers of Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in football. So I think it's a perfect system fit there. Vikings trade up to get their guy. Pick number 4, I have the Arizona Cardinals selecting number 1 receiver off the board, consensus number 1 receiver, blue chip, Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, the Arizona Cardinals have been looking to get that support, that aid that they desperately need for their quarterback in Kyler Murray, and I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is the right pick there for them. And at pick number 5, the Los Angeles Chargers, I have them selecting wide receiver Malik Nabers out of LSU. Now, personally, I view Malik Nabers and Marvin Harrison Jr. as like a 1A, 1B prospect. I really like Malik Nabers. I'm really high on him. I think that there's a possibility that he could be when it's all said and done, looking back, hindsight 2020, the best receiver. And in this draft, now that it is, And when you pair a guy like Malik Nabers, someone who's a bruiser, he's physical, he can move around, you can line him up in the slot, you can put him out in post routes. He really is a finesse-style receiver that has quick speed and agility. And you pair him with Justin Herbert, I mean, that's just the sight that I personally would love to see. And if I am the Los Angeles Chargers here, I would stay put and make sure to get that guy for Justin Herbert. Even granted the fact that they lost 2 of their weapons, and Mike Williams coming to my New York Jets, and Keenan Allen also going to help out what we will yet to be Caleb Williams with the Chicago Bears. So moving on, I have the New York Giants at pick number 6 selecting Rome Odunze. Now, Rome Odunze is the 3rd best receiver, in my opinion, heading into this draft. And there's a lot of different directions that the New York Giants can go here. There's been the buzz about J.J. McCarthy. They went out and they had that wine and dine dinner with J.J. McCarthy, that Easter dinner. But I don't see it. I think that the Giants are going to play things smart. Joe Shue and Brian Dable, I think that they know that they still have a Daniel Jones with 1 more year on his contract, although we all may know that they're going to be parting ways. I think that, you have him out there, you get that blue chip receiver to help alleviate the future quarterback down the line. The Giants need help at receiver. They need that go-to guy. They need to start building that foundation. So Rome Odunze makes a lot of sense for the New York Giants at 6. Coming in at pick number 7, I have the Tennessee Titans selecting Joe Alt. They're in desperate need to rebuild that offensive line, and Joe Alt is that blue chip physical tackle, best tackle off the board. So they make an immediate upgrade there for Tennessee. At pick number 8, I have the second trade and the final trade within the top 10. I have the Denver Broncos trading with the Atlanta Falcons to acquire J.J. McCarthy. Now, the reason why I have this is because I believe that the Falcons are going to be taking edge. That is something that they need. That is a position that they desperately need. They went out and got Kirk Cousins. Now, I believe that they're in love with the 3 big edge rushers. So if they trade back and acquire a pick and then get one of those edge rushers the way that it's going to fall the board, then the Falcons, this is definitely something that I could see happening. And Atlanta, I believe, will be entertaining trade talks. Excuse me, my hat almost fell off there. I believe that Atlanta will be entertaining trade talks because the Broncos are going to be aggressive. They're going to want to move up and trade and get their guy, J.J. McCarthy, even given the fact that they would be picking directly behind the New England Patriots if the Vikings trade up to pick number 3. So with that being said, I think that the Broncos are going to try to leapfrog the New England Patriots at pick number 11. And try to jump ahead of 11 and get to 8 so they can get J.J. McCarthy. So at pick number 9, we have the Chicago Bears picking the second time. Now, could the Bears trade back? Could they get more picks? No. I think that Poles and their GM and their coach, Eberflus, I believe that they're going to stay put and take an immediate player. Now, what position do I think that the Chicago Bears need? I believe that the Chicago Bears need to go edge. So they have Montez Sweat. They have those players around, but they need edge. They went out there and they addressed the receiver room. They got Keenan Allen, and they have DJ Moore, and they're going to go out there and they're going to get Caleb Williams, and they have Swift now as a running back. So with that being said, I think that they need to get after the quarterback. I mean, they got to get after Jared Goff. They got to get after Jordan Love. And by doing so, they're going to select Jared Verse. I think that he fits the system very well. And the Chicago Bears are going to upgrade dramatically at the quarterback position and the edge rusher position, which are two of the most important positions in the NFL. And at pick number 10, the final pick of my mock draft here, doing the top 10, I'm picking with the New York Jets, my New York Jets. And so there's a lot of options that the Jets can do here. They can go and they can get a guard in Olu Fashanu, in Talisi Fuaga. They can get that insurance policy behind Tyron Smith, because we know that, Tyron Smith, sometimes could give out a little bit in the later season. Knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm hoping the boys stay up front and healthy, but I don't think that I'm going to go in that direction. I know there's a lot of controversy here and that the Jets fan base is kind of split, but personally, I'm going to have the New York Jets selecting Brock Bowers, tight end out of Georgia. And my reason is that the Jets can then do two tight end splits with Tyler Conklin and Brock Bowers, which is really going to manipulate defenses. And Brock Bowers, you can make the argument that he helps protection with Rodgers just by getting the ball out quickly. Aaron Rodgers has not had a tight end like Brock Bowers, and he will be an immediate upgrade in terms of a playmaker. I believe that he will complement Garrett Wilson and open up the play-action game with Breece Hall. And I think that in order to compete in this league, you got to have an elite blue-chip type tight end that is a hybrid, someone that can line up in all formations. And that is what you're getting with Brock Bowers. So there you have it. There's my top 10. Make sure to like, listen, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at NYFlyZone right here. There's going to be a lot of content coming out, especially Jets-oriented content. And also, keep your eye out for our podcasts at NYFlyZone on all platforms. Google Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, what have you. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, share it to your friends. And as always, go Jets.